graph that shows from the 1980s to 2010 how high the tuition has gone up. And as you can see, it's gone up by a lot. By like about like $5,000 like per like 5 years. So according to Vetter and Denhart, college tuition in the U.S. increases almost every year. I have a lot of family members who like couldn't get into college because they couldn't afford it, and I was pretty fortunate to be able to get into college and be able to afford it, but it's still a struggle for my parents. Today I'm going to inform you about a question I ask myself often: why must going to college be so expensive? So from the 1960s to the 2000s, there's been over 100% increase in tuition for college. The public has begun to get like really concerned because families are going into debt paying for college, and usually if the college spends more, the students or their families end up paying for it. The typical university president doesn't rely on the students or the families to pay the tuition. They rely more on the faculty, alumni, key administrators, and trustees. Universities usually bribe the powerful faculty with low teaching loads, high salaries, and low parking spaces, or easy parking spaces, sorry. They also give alumni successful, expensive intercollegiate programs and are usually financed by students. Recently, colleges throughout the country have become more expensive as states give smaller and smaller portions of its total cost. As states contribute less, schools have turned to the students to make up the cost, and that pushes families to their breaking point financially. Colleges also ask students to pay more to fund current spending. Universities also don't admit many people because American universities get rewarded for becoming more selective when it comes to admission. Prices are rising because of third-party payments such as federal loans and grants. College seniors who borrow money to pay tuition now graduate with an average of $24,000 in debt. Student loan debt now tops credit card debt among Americans. The upfront price of college is rising faster than people make money, so the only way families are paying for it is by going into debt. Now that I've talked to you guys about the rise in tuition, I will now inform you about how it's risen in the past decade. Colleges have lower spending, and the cost has shifted from the government to the students. This happens mostly in public colleges. States have cut funding, and schools are making up for it with increased tuition. Throughout the 2000s, college spending has declined, even though tuition has increased. At research universities, spending and tuition has increased. The tuition increases can't keep up with the new spending, so in the past 10 years, the average net tuition has increased by $3,142. At private colleges, spending and tuition is also increasing. The tuition increases surpass spending increases, and the average spending per student has increased 5.9% in the past decade. Tuition has grown 23.4%, and this was because they needed to make up for declined donations and endowment revenue. Now that I've talked about the change in tuition in the past decade, I will now talk to you about why college is so beneficial. Although college tuition is expensive, the benefit from going to college is that you would make more money than you otherwise would. The average college graduate will make far more than the average high school graduate who doesn't go to college. According to the Census Bureau's current population survey, the median income of a high school graduate who never went to college is around $20,659 per year, and the median income of a college graduate is between $49,648 and $87,356. People with bachelor's degrees don't make much more than they did 20 years ago, but they still make more than high school graduates. Between two people, the one with one more year of college will earn 12 to 16% more than the other. A degree definitely matters. It shows employers that you're smart and accomplished, and a person with a degree is usually chosen for a job over a person who doesn't have a degree. A degree also establishes credibility. So like if you're a doctor, like usually like patients will like look at what schools you went to, what schools you graduated from. The actual price students are paying is often much lower because of federal Pell Grants and veterans benefits. And in 2009 to 2010, the average grant aid went up 20% from previous years for the average full-time graduate. We're also able to apply for scholarships to help us pay for them. There's scholarships for pretty much anything nowadays. College tuition keeps rising to this day, but there's many reasons why. Although paying for college may be hard for my family, we know it'll be worth it in the end, and hopefully I'll be able to make more than I could after college. And this shows in the median lifetime, someone with less than high school only makes $973,000 per year, or in an entire lifetime. But someone with like a professional degree will make $3,648,000 in their lifetime. Thank you.